I know somebody did. James Tracy Smith James was a prosecution of never
Welcome to San Diego, California, America's classiest city. We're here at Snapdragon Stadium to witness one of the best moments of bowl season each and every year, the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Florida State Seminoles offense comes onto the field first today. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared.
Turning it on! Kangaroos his way.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot.
He's got it, first down and more. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Out of the gun, the inside give.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go right back to the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Noles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Punch it out of the air. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Sperry. He's looking deep. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Beavers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting we've got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week...
He's loose on the left. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Beavers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. The RPO, it's complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The give to the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
With the catch, it's Carr. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The pass play, they hoped, would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. It looked for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it done.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Give to the back. On the move at the 30. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 coming up. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're working that left side. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Bought a little time, lets it go.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on first down. Slings it downfield. Pick off! What a play by this defense! Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. It'll be third and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground. He's got it again. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. It's complete to the right. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here comes the option. The pitch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Using his feet to buy time. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Under fire. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. Elevates over his man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles! The extra point here would tie the game. I tell you, when this drive drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah.
Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And the defense got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Out of the gun to give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Using the quick game. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles!
It's so nice as a quarterback, but it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Turning on the Jets. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. That's caught. It's Thomas. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Turner. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To throw, it's Sperry. Here's the pressure. On the run, fires downfield. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's on 4th down, still going. And they finally finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Fires to the tight end. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They'll ride the hot hand. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Still looking on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Thomas back to pass. Hauls it in. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Looking deep. Brings it down on the right side. Finds a seam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
With the catch, it's McCoy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll come through on 3rd down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Floating away. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Berry. Throws toward the end zone. Finds a spot in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Davis. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing a 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it in this game there in San Diego, just another typical Holiday Bowl.
And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. And they'll knock him down. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Thomas looking to fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown, Beaver! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. He turned the...
Reels it in down the left side. It's a running room. Touchdown, Seminoles. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Thomas back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Turner. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Makes the grab. It's Turner. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Beavers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going. Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sperry. Here's a Heat. quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Oh, what a move.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Poor starting field position here for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to run it. Creates a little space. Brings into the open. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. And the Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Thomas looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot and get it down to the 35. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Beavers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Now on the option.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Oregon State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. This dude is absolutely taking a flamethrower to this secondary, torching everybody in sight.
So find something different, right? Like double team him, do whatever it takes to not let that guy beat you. He's just consistently being the one that's destroying you. You got to find a way to make somebody else work, make somebody else beat you.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the...
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Gets it to the back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. That's caught. It's Davis. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get...
Touchdown, no! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, probably you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position. So
he smashes his way through again. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Thomas back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Card. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Beavers! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
dial it up, and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.